Apprentice tier. If you don't know, Rocket League tournament, including ranks all the way from 1400 up to 1600. So it should definitely be interesting. Let me know in the chat, by the way, if the audio is just fine, whether the game is too loud or too quiet. For this matchup, we've got the #1 seed, Slough Imperial, taking on Spectrum, the lowest one. Nugget is gonna put it in the top of his own goal, in the top corner, rather. An interesting way of starting off our series, shall we say. Warm up, warm up, warm up. That's the warm up, that's the warm up. But how's the audio, everybody? How's the audio? Does the game sound fine? Oh, Nugget actually had a prime opportunity there to score as well, but the shot just not enough power. So early on, we're already seeing Spectrum get a couple good opportunities. Oh, that's just a big whiff come out from Timmins! And no way is this the start to this series. Double mistakes, double blunders, absolute blunders for this level of gameplay. And things are tied up. Your boy Jones able to get this in a dangerous spot. Matrix not commit to that one. Jones still in position, try to pass a mid, but perhaps some miscommunication coming out from the side of Spectrum. That's a good shot, but it might just be a little bit too high. Timmins couldn't really do too much, ended up pushing it to the side. But early on, considering how hectic this match has been so far, Spectrum definitely have a chance in this series. Just in round 1, they're coming in as last seed, not really coming in with too many expectations. Originally going into the tournament, they really didn't think they would take a single game only, even. But they have gotten some more confidence the closer we've gotten to the start of this tournament, and actually are considering the prospect of winning a series. But they did look at this first one against Slough Imperial as just a write-off, considering the difference in seeds here. But they started off well, a good shot opportunity, definitely could have been scored by Matrix. And Spectrum, you gotta say, they've actually looks like the better team, I wanna say, early on in this series. I gotta say, they actually should be leading. A good shot from Matrix, a great save from Star. And the shot coming through, and it might just be the defense, but no, Timmins stands strong in front of his own net. Hexanes scrambling this one out. Nugget with a shot way too low, ends up getting it in an awkward spot. You know, he went up for the area, he had to put it really low to try to score it. And in trying to get it really low, he ended up putting it way too far low. Decent touch here coming out. Timmins there to clear. Nugget going for the backboard. Star perfectly in position. Timmins taking over the ball. Unable to really get too much here. Matrix looking dangerous. The whole entire side of Spectrum looking dangerous. Hexanes with the flick one, but doesn't easily hand it over eventually. 2 minutes left here. It's been a chaotic game, but players are warming up, becoming a little bit more reliable. A good pass here. Star can't get on the end of it properly. Ends up pushing it high himself. Matrix on the counter. Good pinch on midfield. This time won't be an own goal. Those have been the only goals so far from both sides. Double commit coming out for Spectrum, but Nugget in position. First to that ball. No one really committing hard here from Slough Imperial, so it looks like they're taking a passive approach to start off the tournament. Matrix in a very capable position there. Could have almost gotten that second touch. And he's looked like the mechanical standout so far for Spectrum. 50, close to the goal line, dealt with well by Matrix. Jones trying to push it afterwards, but ends up giving away to Timmins. Matrix on the backboard, double commit with Nugget. Spectrum, the defense opening up a little bit here. Star with a shot a little bit high. Can he get the rebound? Timmins does eventually. And 1 minute remaining. Slough Imperial have gotten the lead, and you have to say there, Spectrum just completely collapsing. They've actually been, or looked like rather, the better team in game 1. But such a simple mistake there in defense, and it's been for naught here. Nugget. Gotta get this to Matrix, shoots it. Almost Jones there with the rebound. Nugget, he's looked completely obsolete so far. Here, only a couple seconds remaining here, 15 to be more specific. Spectrum have to do something if they want to remain relevant here. Big clearance from Jones onto the backboard. Double commit coming out from Slough. Pass down mid, but Jones can't get there in time. 1 second remaining. Can they keep it up? A double commit coming out from Spectrum as well. Nugget with a bit of time. Looks like he's just going to drop it straight down. And I have to say, you got to look towards Nugget a little bit because he looks nervous. He's got the lowest points as well. And it does make sense. He has looked like the least effective player on the pitch. And it is a bit of a shame because they definitely are capable of doing better here. Specifically Nugget, we all know has potential to do way better here. And if they're able to get that full 3-man commitment, then they could definitely take games here, if not the series. I don't see... oh, there's Sovereign Heights. I could not find it. And for Slough, it's actually a poor start here. Not ideal for them, but they're able to get away with it. So, you know, you look back at this, it doesn't matter if they win the series comfortably. You know, game 1 was close, doesn't matter. But, you know, if it's a sign that continues, it could pose to be a problem in the future. So we'll be looking out to see whether both teams improve here. You know, both Spectrum and Slough room to improve here. And for Spectrum, you're more so looking at Nugget specifically. Looked very nervous on the ball whenever he has been in a good position to make a difference. But here, good pass off to Matrix, but Matrix not able to get a good shot. Nugget already looking better than last game. So good looks for Spectrum. The question is, will it matter? Because they're playing against a good team. A double save, but I think it's an own goal. Look at them. Both defenders going up for this. I think one saved it and own goaled by the other. And I don't think Nugget was involved there, so I'm gonna put the blame elsewhere now. And lateral touch here, start leaving that one. Jones with a clearance, not too threatening, however. Ends up just giving it away. And another giveaway here. Both teams kind of panicking at the start of this tournament. Matrix leaving that one for Nugget and suddenly blocked. Matrix only one back, but no boost to his name. A pass midfield. Nugget tracking back very well here. Jones mechanically just completely inept in that scenario. Ends up flipping away from the play. Ball mid, cleared by Bo Jones. Saints unable to make his touch effective, but Matrix with a very dangerous touch here. Leaving it free in the air and nobody back either. Just complete collapse yet again from Spectrum. The clearance, non-existent, just like their defense. And Slough, they get a comfy 2-0 lead. Nugget, actually mechanically almost gets it over the last man. Spectrum, again, they look to threaten, and it seems to be consistently the case here. So offensively, they've actually looked somewhat impressive. They've looked capable of definitely scoring. They haven't really done too much, and whenever they've been in defense, in awkward situations, they haven't dealt with it well whatsoever. Urines coming out, Saints getting a lateral touch, a whiff coming out from Timmins. Star, backflip clearance, miss by Nugget. Only one defender back here. Star takes his time, so defender's able to track back here, but you know, you gotta give some credit here to Star because he doesn't really have to score. At the end of the day, you got a 2-0 lead. You don't have to commit to that play. So Slough in a controlled position. Your ball in a dangerous area here, but Star only one there in offense, putting the ball on a dangerous area, but neither Hexanes or Timmins in offense to try to score. Nugget almost going for a low 50 bar there, but no real contact from the opposition. Timmins getting an area, almost on target, saved by you Jones. Here again, Star trying to mount more pressure here. Ball into the midfield, should be scored, but almost just slightly wide. Defenders were jumping out, so could have been saved either way. Matrix going for a 50 here, does so, getting it in a dangerous area. Matrix again looking very, very dangerous in this first series in offense. They seem to be missing a key component. No real cohesion. Their defense not connected enough with their offense. Timmins getting some dangerous touches here. No real commitment coming out from Slough. They realise they're in a control position. But if they keep faking these balls, eventually Spectrum will cash on. Slough acquiring some variety here. Shot clearly wide here, but the follow-up very, very well done by Hexanes. And that's now 3. And Sal, you gotta give it to them. They're definitely improved since game 1, and that's another goal. You're going towards Star now. Definitely improved since game 1. Slough looked very, very shaky in that first game, but definitely improved things up a little bit, patched things up as they're getting more and more ready for the occasion. Spectrum, on the other hand, they want to prove their worth at least in this series. You know, like, not gonna lie, nobody was gonna predict them to win this series, and they almost kind of looked like they could have in that first game. But now they've definitely been put in a tough spot, and now it's all about, can they take a game? And if they take a game, then maybe they can do more there. But for now, it'll just be a case of, you know, get some momentum going into the next game, and then try the best you can to get some confidence to take a game. And Slough, they would have been worried after that first game, but as we said, you know, if the next game is completely fine, then no real worries to speak of. Good pinch attempt there by Spectrum, together with Timmins there, of course. Holy pro, honestly. Well, there we go. Slough Imperial, 1 game away from taking the series. Oh, I can't switch again. I readied up too quick. I can't switch the map. I'm done. Alright, we get game 3 underway. Awkward touch there from Jones. Nugget in the midfield. Trying to get it in the opposing corner here. Complete miscommunication between Jones and Matrix. Both clearly saw each other, but nobody really lifting their pressure off the ball. So Spectrum clearly having some issues right now internally. Ball again in dangerous area into the midfield, but Jones first to it. I'm trying to pre-jump that challenge. A bit uncharacteristic of him, but I appreciate the switch up. Jones trying to push us to the midfield, met by 2 players of Slough Imperial. Pass off the Matrix, but wasn't quite direct enough. Here, almost a fake from Jones, but nobody was there, so would have definitely been better to hit that one. And that's what I'm trying to figure out here, is trying to figure out these offensive plays from Spectrum, but I just can't quite get the idea behind it. And they definitely have to figure things out if they want to be able to take series in this tournament. Again, big clears from Jones, able to follow it up, but good touch from Hexane. Star alone in defense there, pushing it to the side. Timmins perfectly in position, unable to do too much. Jones trying to get control position, able to get one committed, but the other one getting a very good clearance there onto the orange half. Been a very quiet game one so far, but a good pass here down the midfield, and Nugget, he will capitalize. He's not played the greatest this series, but when you get a pass like that from Matrix, you know, not too much you have to do, and Nugget made sure not to choke, and will give his team the 1-0 lead in game number 3. Some hope here for Spectrum, and they've needed it, because they've actually looked not that bad, you know, when you look at what they can do. They've actually produced. It's not been the greatest, but you can definitely see that there's some openings here that they can capitalize on, and you can see the skill sets that they're able to make more use of if they put it in the right direction. Good pass here from Jones off to Nugget, big clearance. Timmins in a bit of an awkward spot. Nugget first to that one. Good pass here, Jones. Is he up for that one first? Yes, he was, but a good save from Star. Double commit coming out from Slough. Jones trying to apply more pressure there, but a little bit too awkward of an area to really make it effective. Like here, trying to really get onto his own here, or evolve into his own. Trying to become and make more mechanical plays. I think is the right thing to do here. So much free space given, the shot wide. Spectrum getting away with one there. Slough Imperial definitely should have capitalized on the opportunity. Nugget pushing into his own backboard. Down the midfield, nobody from not Slough, from Spectrum there. So it could have been another good opportunity here from Slough, but they've just not really connected here in offense. They've really relied on a lot of mistakes coming out from Spectrum to get their goals. And they have made many in this game as well, but Slough just not having the same amount of clean opportunities that they did previously. And they'll be asked more questions offensively. A good pass there, but just slightly off the mark from Star yet again. And he gets some water, like ASAP, not gonna lie. Because my throat is feeling pretty sore. Touchy from I'm not sure who it was actually. I think it was Hexane's off the Star, but again just the defense holding strong here from Spectrum. Matrix is trying to be annoying, unable to really do so. Spectrum almost overstretched there. Good clearance coming out from Spectrum. Only 30 seconds now to hold on. Another clearance from Matrix essentially. But they're definitely wasting their possession here, Spectrum. And they're gonna make sure they're not just holding on, they're actually controlling the game. Here an awkward touch from Timmins. Onto his own corner. Now 5 seconds remaining. Matrix, Nugget, Jones. Can they take a game off of Slough? Ball stays up in the air. Star right there. He plays it really, really slow. And due to him playing it that slow, Spectrum able to take a game. And you got to say, potential for an upset. Definitely. Definitely, definitely. I've got some DMs. Somebody talking about a disconnect, but you know, not really much I can do here. Let's go on to DFH Stadium. Alright, game 4 underway. Spectrum. No, they didn't look that good last game, but they were better than Slough. Opening a window of opportunity here. Double demo. Bo Jones getting a demo as well as Hexanes. Shot a little bit too high. Crossbar and down, but up it goes again. Good block from Nugget there from the touch from Star. Goes on to the back, but again, Jones in position to get it down to the midfield. Hexanes way too high. Counter-attack here from Matrix, unable to make it count. As now, Nugget try to get a touch to Matrix. Just try to get a non-committed touch as possible, essentially. Magic here going for the double tap, not quite getting the read. Shot comes out from Jones, and the power came through as well. As Jones getting Spectrum up by 1 in game number 4. EFH Stadium proving to be a tough test here for Slough Imperial against Spectrum. Your big whiff coming out. Hexanes unable to really get in the midfield. It's a quick challenge came through. Again, Matrix going really high, and these high touches are actually really catching Slough off guard from Matrix. Nugget and Jones were really getting some good opportunities here. Here another one, Matrix realizing he had to at least beat his man. Didn't get a good shot off, but able to get it in dangerous areas. Or Spectrum. Timmins trying to push this downfield. Nugget, an awkward spot, will just try to go for the 50. That's so very, very well. And a boost now to his name. But to get a good 50 yet again. Whiff come out from Star again. The shot comes through. No, saved by Timmins. Whiff coming out as well. In actuality, from Matrix. Not shot. Yeah, the no block there coming in the midfield, and Hexanes. He will tie things up. Slough able to get a bit of relief there, as I'm sure they were stressing after they went 1-0 down against Spectrum in game number 4. So it's not like Spectrum haven't taken a game. They have taken a game, and they're getting decent opportunity here, and actually look like they could take it to game 5. Timmins here, just marginally, just barely beating Matrix there, but just nobody really getting in control here. Both teams scrambling about pretty much for the whole series. Free shot attempt here, good save by Matrix, and if you just kind of upgrade the creativity of offensive play, I'm sure both teams would be able to break each other down much, much easier. Especially I'm looking at Slough. So here with a decent shot, Nugget just pre-flips into it. A great save by him. Nugget really stepping it up ever since game 1. He's stepped up his levels, being a key component of the side, making this close. Big clearance here, met by Hexanes on the blue half. Good 50 by Nugget. Timmins hangs this over yet again. Definitely has been a very boomer ball type series so far from both sides. And especially from Spectrum, you gotta say the amount of clearances coming in through the midfield met by an opposing striker that just isn't capitalized on is definitely insane. Slough having, you know, you would say probably the majority of opportunities, and they should be scoring a lot more from the defensive mistakes coming out from Spectrum, but they haven't. And in return, Spectrum actually been quite effective in offense. A good clearance, and that should be completely open. Hexanes pounces on the vacant lot left by Spectrum. Matrix not quite getting control of that ball the way he wanted to. 40 seconds remaining here. Slough from winning the game, if they keep it on the same scoreline, winning the series rather. Nugget getting it past one. Jones unable to get there in time to beat another man. Shot coming through for Matrix, definitely threatening off the backboard. Nobody quite there in time. Good challenge from Nugget, but again, just not quite on target. 20 seconds remaining now. Backcrash from Jones, but the shot not quite good enough from Nuggets. Big clearance from Matrix and no defense! On the other side, another vacant lot. Ollie pushed up too far upfield, was Hexanes, was going for the corner boosts. And you can't blame Mason there either. Hexanes going for the corner boost, thinking the teammate was there perfectly in position, but no, his services were required. As his team was pushed up too far. Almost there in the last 2 seconds. Another opportunity for Spectrum as they keep it up. Timmons choking completely, whiffing another one there. Slough Imperial, so much pressure on them, as they're actually in a position where they could be upset by the lowest seeded team in the tournament. Your shot attempt again. Timmons, he's been choking almost the entire series. He's had an impressive game earlier on, but it's not been consistent whatsoever. Keep in mind, 2/3 of the roster that choked in the Titans 3 Apprentice tier. And it looks like they're kind of replicating it so far. To be fair to them, they had a complete opposite performance in the tryhard games, where they made a giant losers bracket run all the way into the grand final. But which occurrence will be remade here in this event, we'll find out in the next day or two. But so far, in a tough spot here against Spectrum. 1 minute into overtime now in game 4. Spectrum trying to get to Champions Field. Slough trying to close out the series. And Slough, they've not really had the best defensive efforts. They've had a lot of mistakes to try to pounce on, but in return they've made a lot themselves now. Here Jones, if he got a good shot there, definitely would have challenged the defense a lot. Timmons trying to push it downfield with no boost to his name. No 50 there coming out from him. Big clearance from Matrix, but met by Hexanes. Matrix with an awkward touch straight up, but Jones first to that one. Will progress the field downfield rather. Good shot from Nugget, saved by Timmons. Clearance from Star, getting a 50 there as well. A bump out the opposition there, very well done by a Welsh representative in this tournament. Matrix, downfield. First to the ball was Hexanes, but no real insight to where he was putting it. Ended up just giving it away. And that might just be due to the whole team not quite being willing to commit. Reluctancy might be plaguing them, and Jones able to get the overtime goal, and Champions Field is upon us. You're not blind here, guys. We're going to game 5. Slough Imperial, the number 1 seed, the favorite to win the tournament, going to game 5 against Spectrum. You know, you look at Sweaty Tryhards, you say, obviously Jones, worst player on the roster by far. Matrix won the amateur tier last time, but clearly is on the bottom end of this tier. Clearly, Nugget, biggest choker in the last tournament. You know, a big reason why PWS didn't do well in the last tournament. And they've all come together. Going to game number 5 against Slough Imperial. But who will win? For Slough Imperial, no matter how you finish the series, if they win, generally speaking, it's still a disappointment. But if they win here, at least they have a chance to improve themselves in the next series. A lot of good efforts here, but none on target for Slough Imperial. A good passing play, shot a bit too high, another shot coming through way too high. A pass now onto the backboard. Timmins, not enough boost to double tap this one. An overcommit as well. Spectrum, an opening of opportunity coming out. Star, if he had got a good challenge there, just over the defender, possibly could have scored as well. Both teams looking like they could definitely take this game 5. A lot of pressure, so much pressure on Slough here. But Spectrum, they're not playing this series anymore with just, oh, we're just practicing, showing what we have, and proving ourselves. Now actually have a shot of winning the series, so more pressure coming onto both teams now. Matrix going for the backboard, doesn't quite have the boost to follow it up. A shot coming through from Nuggets, saved by Hexanes. Cleared out now by Star. Needs some support, but none there. On his own, beats 2. Jones, the last man, able to clear it out, but barely so. Nugget now. They're in the midfield, able to get it out eventually. As Slough were pressuring so hard upon the defense of Spectrum. Timmins able to beat 1 in the corner there, but good defense to hold it on. The ball goes by. Here's a good attempt by Matrix. They're trying to 50 as close to net as possible in an awkward area. Star demoed out of the way. Good demo from Jones. Nugget with a solo effort here, unable to really get control as a giant clearance comes out from Hexanes. Now, big clearance from Hexanes onto the opposing backboard. Both teams not quite willing to commit, but I think the one team that is more likely to commit here is Spectrum. But who will that profit? We'll see very soon. Half the way done in game 1. No goals as of yet. Pass from Jones off to Nugget. 50's it behind. Matrix there. Clanging shot here. Double commit coming out from Spectrum. Does not matter. Another clearance coming out from Timmins. Able to follow up his own clearance. Pass to the midfield. Shot coming through, and Hexanes able to get the lead. Spectrum, what is your answer? In a tough spot they are, as Slough Imperial able to get themselves together. Now go with pass downfield, but a miss from Jones. A miss from Hexanes in the midfield. A shot coming through. Bumped as well. Jones taking the defense completely out of the picture, and Matrix with the gaping open net, and capitalizes as well. This series is not done. Spectrum, they're still in it. Clearance from Star. Nugget in position. Instantly shadowing there. You see a bit of reluctancy now coming out from Spectrum, but we'll see whether that comes back to bite him or not. Jones has been very, very, very good at just disrupting the opposition. Demoing, bumping, ball chasing in awkward areas. Ball chasing, you know, in the way he does, sometimes can make himself completely ineffective, but sometimes when the opposing team wants to make a calculated play, it can just irritate him enough to stop and really slow down their plays. Ball into the corner. Star here first to that one. Matrix unable to get a touch. Bar down and out. Another shot comes through from Timmins, but saved by Jones. Hexanes with the clearance, or a shot rather, but wasn't really impressive, so it didn't really look like one. Good 50 here, almost being threatening there, close to the blue net. Big clearance, almost going straight to Matrix. If he had dunked that one, would have been goal of the year. A bit of shadowing coming from Nugget in an awkward area. Jones able to bail out his teammate. Timmins, now just trying to get a 50, but goes all the way down to the blue half. Star trying to get this to midfield. Nugget able to just about follow up his own touch, but Nugget is definitely cutting it close, and eventually the shot comes in. A bar down from Timmins. Slough Imperial, they take the lead. Like completely bumped off there. Star tries to clear, but low boost here for Slough. A pass completely mismanaged by Yabo Jones. Ball to the backboard. Dangerous here. Yabo Jones trying to push it on the other end. Complete commit from all three players of Spectrum, and Nugget can only give it away. Another shot comes through. Double commit. 1 second remaining. Spectrum can't get a hold of the ball, and Slough, they clear it out. And it's a tight one, but it was a Game 5 victory for Slough Imperial. And I have to say, for Spectrum, they have to look at this in the best light possible, because they made it so close, and a lot of credit has to be given to them. But at the end of the day, their aim was to impress in the lower bracket. Their upper bracket run has ended, but as we can see, they have a lot to offer, and it would be a shame to see them downgrade in the lower bracket. So we hope to see a mental comeback coming out from Spectrum after that ever so impressive upper bracket performance against Slough here. But Slough, the definite deserved winners here, and we'll see whether they can improve going to the next series. But